So ain't no place like low place, and I'm live. Let me fix my audio. Let me check it just a second. See what we got going on. So ain't no place like low place, and I'm live. Let me fix my audio. Let me check it just a second. See what we got going on. All right, everything sounds good. Sorry for the playback. But I'm going to share my screen with you all, and we're going to go to the Ring Magazine ratings, and we're going to get busy on that. So yeah, let's see. It's not allowing me to share. Share. Like, okay, stop sharing. All right. All right. Present to everyone. And all right, we're good. Okay, let me make sure that's coming up for you all. It's coming up. So let's get into this. I'm gonna put on live chat just in case I miss something. I might come to the chat every now and then. But here we go. Hit the thumbs up when you come in. Bam, you heard me hit it. You saw me hit it. Support me like I support me. I appreciate those that do. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Share this with your friends on social media and your boxing and your sports groups. Also, hit the bell icon to get notifications the next time we go live. And let's get into it. You see a ring ranking right here. This is actually junior middleweight. We want to go to welterweight. Maybe we'll touch on junior middleweight soon, because if there's anybody that should be a ring champion in divisions, maybe Jarrett Hurd. But this right here, I don't like. You know, if as you see, they have Errol Spence at 1, Terence Crawford at 2, Keith Thurman at 3, Sean Porter 4, Manny 5, Danny 6, Igas Kavalaskas at 7, top ranked fighter, Ugas at 8, Jeff Horn at 9, Jesse Vargas at 10. I got a lot of problems with these rankings, man. First and foremost, guys like Kavalaskas, he's fought nobody. David Avanesian is his best win, all right? Lamont Peterson's beat the same guy. But Lamont Peterson has also went life and death with Danny Garcia. Maybe a win over Danny Garcia. Got knocked out and challenged himself by Errol Spence Jr. Other than that, I believe he is undefeated at the welterweight division. How do we reward a guy that's untested for a guy that tests himself, succeeds a little bit with Danny Garcia, loses to the number one guy? How does Lamont Peterson not on this list? Now, I'm not going to argue. I don't think Eagles should be on it. I just don't. I don't think he should be on it. You can't say we're going to protect the O's, people protecting their O, and then at the same time, best fight the best. And then rate a guy who's 21-0 with nobody on his resume as a top 10, nearly top 5 fighter. I'm fucking lost. But I believe the reason they do this is because Ring TV, you know, they're under Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya. Somehow, some way, he bought something, bought the company, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they have a bias that's been pointed out several times. And they don't want to see their belt for some reason. In my opinion, this is my opinion, they don't want to see their belt on PBC fights, in PBC fights. They don't want to do it. So what do they find themselves to do? They know politics matter. They know, they're not stupid. They know we don't get interchangeable network fights and things like that. So, hey, let's insert Terence Crawford, who has 2 wins at welterweight. Let's insert him over the only unified champion since Floyd Mayweather. It was 10 years before we had a unified champion at welterweight until Floyd Mayweather did it. Keith Thurman did more than cut that in half. He did it in less than like 2 years, I believe. He was unified after Mayweather retired. The last was either Zabjula or Carlos Baldomir. Then Floyd Mayweather did it in 2015 versus Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman in 2017 unified those belts. And what we have here is disrespect to him and putting a guy, this is welterweight rankings on, who has 2 wins at the weight at number 2. I am so lost on this. It's discouraging to all the things we preach. Fight the best, fight the best. You know, I'm sorry. It's discouraging, bro. It's discouraging. Now, I don't agree with these rankings at all, honestly. This guy right here, Manny Pacquiao, you're not in the top 5. You're not there. Here's my ranking. 1, 2, here we go 3, here we go 4, And here we go 5. Okay. After that, I'm fine with a Pacquiao. I call Crawford 5. After that, I'm fine with a Pacquiao. I'm fine with a Lamont Peterson, Jeff Horn, Ugas, and maybe even Jesse Vargas. This guy got to go. But I know what they're doing. I see what Ring is doing. They're not stupid. That little ponytail Dougie Fisher, that little motherfucker's a little mad scientist. When he has some hate in him, it's real. This is my opinion. Keith Thurman more than likely is going to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's who he's calling out. Manny Pacquiao is the holder of his underling title. So in their ratings, if this number 3 guy, who's the only unified champion of all of these men on this list, including Manny Pacquiao at the welterweight division, only one to ever do it at welterweight. If Keith Thurman goes in here and slaps him up, how do you tell the number 3 guy, hey, man, you got to stay behind Terence Crawford, who ain't, who his best one's going to be Amir Khan? Do you see him on this list anywhere? Jeff Horn and Amir Khan. How are you going to tell Keith Thurman after you beat 4, 5, and 6 and more that were once on the list when he beat them? I believe Diego Chavez was likely on the list, and if not, they're good contenders at welterweight. How you gonna tell Keith Thurman he gonna sit behind number 2? This how you do it, by giving Terence Crawford number 7. Saying, well, ain't that far of a difference. Who would win, Pacquiao or Kavaliauskas? And remember, Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao. Like, it's a bunch of crap, man. It's a bunch of political crap. They don't want to see their belt. And maybe Al Heyman would be the same if he was worried about buying belt bodies and things like that, or the Ring Magazine Junior or something he went and bought. Maybe he'd be the same and wouldn't want to see his title on Golden Boy DAZN cards or Facebook cards. Maybe he'd be the same. But I can't speak on that because I only see it here. I can only assume. But here I assume that this guy's here to serve a political purpose. He does not deserve to be rated above Sean Porter at welterweight. Yes, Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook, Keith Thurman. But once again, he's beaten Danny Garcia. The Keith Thurman loss is this close. This same body keeps this number 5 guy in here when he lost to Jeff Horn, and a lot of people had it close. It kept him high up on the ratings. No. It's a lot going on here I don't like. Danny Garcia, say what you want about him. The man has been in with Keith Thurman. No blowout victory. You know what I mean? Sean Porter, no blowout victory. People got these fights neck and neck. Come on, man. What are we about? The easy route, the politics. What are we really about? We need some justification on these things. This championship, this vacant, should be fought for by 1, 2, or 3. I'm not saying in my opinion, like I stated, Sean Porter and Earl Spence were clearly behind Keith Thurman before Keith Thurman left. There was no doubt about it. Now, you may have felt Earl Spence beats Keith Thurman ass, but when you look at the ratings, you could make no case for Earl Spence being above Keith Thurman. Maybe you could. Maybe. Well, no, because the Peterson fight hadn't happened. You could only use the Bundu beat down better than Thurman, but at the same time, this guy had wins over 1, 2, and some more at welterweight. See what we got. All right, y'all hit that thumbs up button. I was making sure I didn't miss no comments. I got in. I was getting it in. Let's check it out now. Back to what I was saying. There's no way that Keith Thurman was rated lower than any of these dudes. And this guy had to be maybe 2, Sean Porter 3, Danny Garcia 4. That's how it had to be. And now we just, Bud comes in, throw him in there, monkey wrench, and knowing he's not going to get any of these fights, knowing he's not going to be any of them mandatory the way I requested to really prove you're ducked. Do that. They don't need you. Look what they can do. They can do this fight versus this fight. This fight versus this fight. This fight versus. They can do all of this cross matching. They do not need you to make your resume look like crap. Now, what will we rather say? Oh, Bud resume getting left in the dirt, or see the fights? Of course, we'd all rather see the fights. But that's fucking elementary to say, bruh. We all know that. But we all also know that side of the street shit matters. Manny Pacquiao, when he lost to Floyd Mayweather, what did he come back and do? He fought his side of the street, and he didn't give Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. They didn't get the fight. All right. Somebody said, well, they offered Danny Garcia. They did. They did. They did. They needed his name after Bradley was gone. After they did the Bradley fight first, our side of the street, and then they said, damn it, we need something. They desperate. And Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Al Heyman, we don't need y'all. We got the fights now. And they start putting the best welterweight fights on primetime TV, didn't they? So Manny had to stick with his side of the street, Jesse Vargas. If they wouldn't have exhausted all options, they would have stuck right over there and made their money. So to act like this shit is not relevant, you just don't like the truth. All right. One side is powerful, one is not. This guy has no business at number 2. Like him, love him, talk about undisputed. You can talk about junior welterweight. You can talk about 135, talk about any of that. But this is a total different rating. You can talk about pound for pound. I don't have him on my pound for pound list, Crawford. You got him on yours. That's your business, your prerogative. But this ain't a pound for pound list, partner. This is a welterweight ranking. What you have did at this division. Benavidez had no business being on this list. No way, no. Same with this Velasquez and Jeff Horn after the Pacquiao victory. Maybe, with the controversy, with the closeness of it. Okay, drop him and Manny Pacquiao back towards the back and put Manny Pacquiao behind him. That's how I would have looked at it. And then if you do rate Jeff Horn highly, how do you drop him all the way to number 9 just because he loses to Terence Crawford, who you guys consider pound for pound number 1? How do you do that? When Egas ain't fought no damn body. How? How do you put him behind Ugas, who has losses himself 3? Oh, man. Never been a welterweight champion. Ring, man, they need to get the fuck up and do their job, man. But I know what it is. This ain't nothing more than a WordPress site. A WordPress site where they take one picture when a guy, okay, I stopped sharing my screen. Ring ain't nothing more than a WordPress site. They take one picture and they click on it and they slide it over to the next. When a guy loses, they rearrange it how they feel. It's laziness though. But like I said, oh yeah, let me share my screen again because I want to get to 154 as well, and why it's complete bogusness that they're doing to these, what they're doing with these Al Heyman fighters. All right, now 54. Check this out. Somebody explain to me how in the hell, okay, Lara lost to the best. They keep him at number 2. They play little fucked up games. So if he's number 2 and he's already beat him, why don't you give him the vacant championship? And furthermore, to my point, they did what they didn't do at 147. He lost to a good fighter. Nobody's really outdone him at the division, perhaps. And they kept him at number 2. They kept him rated highly, even though he hasn't been active. Tony Harrison won a belt. And this guy, Jaime Munguia, I like you. I support you. But, brother, you don't have no business above Tony Harrison or Jamel Charlo. No business. None. All right. You haven't even fought a Willie. Yeah, you fought one Willie Nelson, bro. And that's Liam Smith. You fought one Willie Nelson level fighter. That's you. After that, you bullshitted around, Jaime. And that's okay. You young, but the guy has no, but back to my main point. How is Lara? Why would you drop Sean Porter for losing a close one? Coming back, beating Danny Garcia. How would he be at, teetering towards going out the top 5? But Lara, who doesn't have a Keith Thurman, who doesn't have a recent Danny Garcia win, can stick here at number 2. How is that? Why? Because you want to punish Jerry Hurt. You want to say, hey, you can't fight Tony Harrison in unification. You can't fight any of these guys. You got to beat a guy you already beat again. It's not going to make you no money. It's not going to be a big money fight for our championship. A fight that they likely know isn't going to happen again because, if Charlo wins the rematch, it's a fight we haven't seen. Charlo's getting very popular. Maybe you take Tony Harrison because he brings a belt, a third belt to the table. But that won't even get him these guys championship. This shit is sad, bro. What they do is bullshit. It's bogus and nobody calling it out. And fans that are fans of people like Crawford, they're fine with it. Because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep Spence from being the ring titleist or the lineal title. You shouldn't want to keep these guys from being it. You should want them to get it for your guy chases it 100%. And then when he gets it or attempts to get it, you can say your fighter was all about fighting the best or more. But we can stop sharing the screen now. I just don't get how a Lyra can stay there, but a Sean Porter needs to drop under Manny, needs to drop down by Manny, needs to drop under this. And I'm sorry, don't get it. Don't like it. Read some comments. I'm going to get out of here. DSG beat Porter, Pack, and beat Horn. He says Manny's pound for pound number 1. That's a joke. Crawford is defending his win over John Molina on Twitter. Ha, ha, ha. Saunders, Andre will be announced tomorrow. What is Crawford saying? See, this is sad right there. What is Crawford saying about John Molina? We got to see this. We're going to go to this. We're going to go to this. I type in Crawford Twitter. I'm surprised Cindy Crawford don't come up first. Maybe she don't got one. All right. Just need answers. If I fought twice and won a title at 140 pounds before I won a title at 135 pounds, then fighting at 147, am I going to go up or 1 or 2 weight classes? Because I'm confused. Okay, he's trolling. John Molina always come to fight, but when I fought him, they talk so bad about him, but he's still out here giving them boys hell. Crawford need to be ashamed of himself. He need to be ashamed of himself for putting something, for looking for credit in that fight. He needs to be ashamed of himself. And also the way you fought and held that man. Like, dog, no. He needs to be ashamed of himself. Come on. I'm sorry. That goes without saying. Crawford might clinch his way to a split decision over Spence. Hey, it's possible. I mean, like I said, if he doesn't stop that kind of boxing, and it's nothing against his rating. People that have been lineal and ring champions, I'm pretty sure I didn't like a lot. I didn't like Floyd's style as he got older, but he was the ring champion. He was a lineal champion. Doesn't matter about style. You do it, you do it. But personally, if other fighters don't want to fight you because they're not going to get a fight because you're going to be clinching or turn it into what it ain't supposed to be, a referee jumping them, then I can't be mad at that. That's why I'm urging all fighters, man, do this shit yourself, or people might start ostracizing you. If me as a coach, I would ostracize your ass. They would roll up on me. Hey man, when you gonna fight so and so? He's our guy. I'm like, when is so and so actually going to fight? Well, I mean, what do we need to do? Break clinches all night? We came to punch. We don't mind fighting in the clinch, but if you're gonna run from us for 12 damn rounds and then clinch soon as we cut the ring off on you, what is supposed to be our response? Basically, we fighting against the clock. We not fighting against you. You know what I mean? You're holding to kill the clock. Seconds run down. Every time I get close to you, it takes another 10 seconds. You hold, it takes another 5 seconds. No, thank you. I'm not with it. Canelo versus Saunders for undisputed in Mexico in September. Canelo and GGG are pound for pound. You just read some of these comments. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. I wanted to make that quick video. Hopefully they get this crap together, because honestly, Terence Crawford shouldn't even be top 3. He should, you know what I mean? It just shouldn't be. And if Keith Thurman gets a Pacquiao win and he beats a number 4 rated guy, number 5 rated guy at number 3, they need to give him his number 1 spot. Honestly, they need to push Earl Spence on back to number 2 and Crawford back as well, and the rest back from there. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Hit the thumbs up button if you already haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you already hadn't. Hit the bell icon to get notifications the next time we go live if you already haven't. Also, share this with your friends on your social media, in your boxing and your sports groups. Till the next time, ain't no place like low place, and I'm out.